Wear a diaper, have two people pissing on you, and be fisted. And stare at her right in the eye.
Crime is through the roof. Our immigration is a mess.
Did you invite me here to interrupt me, or are you going to let me
I think you're
answer the
being a
question?
complete dick, if I'm honest with you.
And the media is losing their ever-loving minds. But today, I would like to talk about the alphabet people.
You are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people. I'm talking about them L's and them B's and them G's and the T's.
When Obama was first running for president, he even tiptoed around the issue of gay marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian,
Do you support gay marriage?
No, Barack Obama nor I support.
However, back in 2012, Charlie Craig and David Mullins went into Masterpiece Cake Shop in Colorado. They were going to place an order for their wedding reception. The owner, Jack Phillips, respectfully declined, citing his religious beliefs, and what ensued is a decade-long court case.
With this baker in Colorado, they went and they said, bake me the cake with this message. He refused. He got sued. They came after him. They sued him several times. And I believe it was Crowder. He went to Dearborn, Michigan. I could be getting the story wrong, but he went to a heavily Muslim area and asked Muslim bakeries to make cakes for a gay marriage and a gay wedding, and they refused. No one cared.
Yeah.
No liberal organizations came out and opposed it. They were totally fine with it. Mm-hmm. Just when the Christian says no.
Yeah.
It was clear this wasn't about cakes anymore. It was no longer bake the cake, bigot, and people started to feel the fatigue.
Burn, baby, burn! And.
People began feeling it where it hurt most: women's sports.
These girls are getting right into it.
A dude beat up a woman in UFC. Pros in high school were setting all new records in track and field. The worst of it all was when Leah Thomas destroyed records in women's swimming.
Over the past few months, how have you been dealing with that and reasoning with everything?
I try to ignore it as much as I can. I try to focus on my swimming, what I need to do to get ready for my races, and just try to block out everything else.
And here's the final lap. And Will is done. And then one of these girls must be second, right? No. They have more to swim. How about this one here? Maybe this is second? No, she's got more to swim. How about these girls? Maybe these girls could be in second. No, we don't even see second yet. And there's Will just sitting there waiting. Hasn't exited the pool. Oh, finally, hey, I think this might be it. This could be a second place finisher. Now let's listen to the crowd. The crowd knows the real winner.
Now, this really wasn't about women's sports. What it really was exemplifying was how far the LGBT agenda had gone and infused itself into society. And it would become ever more clear as more and more multinational corporations began pushing LGBT initiatives to the forefront of their entire corporation. This went all the way from Ford to Target to even Lockheed Martin. And then, in an instant, the world would never be the same. The LGBT community fucked with fat white dude's beer. Kid Rock heard the rally cry and he swept into action.
Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Bud Light, and Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific.
Bud Light has never recovered from their fatal mistake of siding with the LGBTs. All of this brings me to Matteo Lane. I think this back and forth perfectly exemplifies exactly what is going on in American society today, where he has complete and utter disregard of somebody outside of his community.
I received a note on my door.
Like a written note?
Yeah, like a
Oh, this is good. Okay. Go on. A pissed off neighbor.
From a neighbor saying, if you can afford it, please buy blinds.
Did your neighbor just call you ugly? Wait a minute. If you can, how are your neighbors seeing you? It's New York. You're facing like across the street.
There's like a building next door. There's like an alleyway. I didn't thought about the ugly thing.
How often? Look, this is what's going on. Your neighbor gets home, it's 5 o'clock, they've had a rough day, they're probably also gay and having their nitro brew, and they look across and you're just getting pounded. Is that what's happening?
Okay, here, I think he's funny. I think he's having a good time. You know, he is a comedian first and foremost. So I'm not holding everything that he says to be 100% how he believes that societies should act. However, the way that he jokes around about it makes it clear that he feels like the gay community should just be allowed to live their best life and do whatever they want, you know, and have no guardrails of decency impressed upon them. And if anybody finds a problem with it, then it's then it's a problem with them, which is an entirely wrong way of going. It's an entirely backwards way of living.
If you can afford them, get blinds. Well, why don't they get blinds? You're just living your best Hell's Kitchen life. You go back to that woman, you write a note on no, you know who it is, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So write a note on their door and say, ja, 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 ja. Comma, take all the paper you have in your house, because clearly you still have paper, which means you have a printer, which means you've got some kind of money, and cover your window, bitch. You should learn how to get fisted and just to do it to spite this person.
In the end, I think Matteo is just doing what he can to put on a good show. I don't necessarily think that wholeheartedly he believes exactly what he's saying, but what he is saying drives a very valid point home that I feel like a lot of average Americans are feeling and have been feeling over the past several years. And if he wants to help put on a better image for his community, I think if he took a little bit of humility and said, hey, maybe we shouldn't shove our gay agenda down America's throat, maybe people won't hate us for it. That's all.